Good morning, everybody. Mike Vacchi, Princetontrader.com, here with your Wednesday morning pre-market webcast. Okay, so I finally got to change the writing on the daily chart. I refused to do it until somebody broke out of this range. Bulls have broken out of the range. We came down into the 62 area yesterday off of the open. Then it got up into 67.5. Paused a little bit. Unfortunately, it paused long enough for me to get out of the runner on my long trade, and then it goes ahead and converts 67.5, takes off. I tried a short in that area that I scratched for even. That was the best trade I made all day, because then after that it took off. When one side or the other breaks the range and means it, you know. Okay, so the bulls went and did everything that they needed to do. They converted 67.5. They converted 73, and they made a new all-time high. Those are the three criteria that we've been laying out in the daily report, in the subscriber stuff that I do for people. Those were the three dominoes that they needed to knock down. So we've been continuing to make new all-time highs overnight. The high of the moment is 22.85. We have engaged now the upper band on the daily chart, which is something we hadn't done at the time that I wrote the report this morning, but now we've done it. So now the bulls have got to avoid a head fake day. Okay, there have been head fake days before. Potential to break out. We saw a little bit of that here. This seems to have a little bit more behind it, though. I like the bulls' chances to push this thing into band expansion. So let's get on the hourly. Okay, so 62.62 off the open, pushes up, plays around at 67.5 a little bit, then converts it and goes. They don't give it back up overnight. Daily pivot doesn't even really get involved, and now we are up into R1 off the daily pivot. So 85 is your high. A couple of new all-time highs. The bulls have to keep following through. They have to engage the upper band. They have to engage the upper band tomorrow. If they do that, then you get your band expansion upward. You get your upper band ride. What do the bears have to do? Well, they need to pick themselves up off the floor pretty quickly and push back in a meaningful way. A couple of the things that I always look for in situations like this is, can the bears convert things like the 5-minute midband? Can the bears get VWAP, volume weighted average price, on a 5 minute? Can they get that on their side? If they can convert a couple areas like that, then they can start a conversation about getting down into the daily pivot potentially. I would look at 77 and 73 and 67.5 now as areas of major support. I'm not really going to entertain any significant discussion about the bears absent news. Okay, you always have to account for news until they can close, not trade below, close below 22.67.5. Okay, they've had nothing in the tank since they blew it here down at 53s. So the bears, somebody was going to win this battle and somebody was going to lose it. Right now, the bulls are in a position to win and win big, and the bears are, they're getting run over. There's really no other way to describe it. So they have a lot of momentum that they have to reverse. And what we've seen in recent history in the market is that when the bears get into situations like this, they have very little ability to reverse that kind of momentum immediately. Okay? Don't fight band rides. If you're short and you've added and you're in a mess, chances are if we go on a band expansion, your mess is going to exponentially increase very rapidly. Okay? All I can tell you is don't fight price. Price is price. Don't fight price. Control your risk, respect your risk, and don't fight price. When 67.5 converted yesterday and they couldn't get back below it, that was the end of it. And that's why I always recommend that our members have, any kind of a disaster stop lined up behind them in any trade, because you start riding this stuff and you get on the wrong end of a band ride, and that's an account changing moment. Don't be that person. All right, so we'll see where we stand headed into tomorrow. But right now, we're in the best position that we've been in a month for band expansion. All right, everybody have a great one. Talk to you tomorrow. Follow us on Twitter @PrincetonTrader. Come check out our website, Princetontrader.com, and come take a free trial in our chat room. I'll be back tomorrow morning with another webcast. Trade 'em well, everybody.